The focus of my remarks today will not be about the timescales for first-time applications for work capability assessments, but for those people who have requested a new or reassessment. When the Minister wrote to me last month, he told me that there were a backlog of 35,000 reassessments waiting to be seen. So that's a lot of people struggling or unable to work and arguably not getting the support that they need. And in response to recent PQs, I was told that the Department has no breakdown on that backlog. And I do find that quite concerning, and I hope the Minister will take that away. And when I talk about delays, I'm not talking to a service standard being missed by a few weeks or even a few months. As the Honourable Member for Strangford has said, I have cases in my team where wait times have been going on for 18 months or more. I'd like to talk a little bit about the impact of these delays on people on the waiting list. The common denominators are these: backgrounds of serious abuse, sometimes back to childhood, abuse which is hard to imagine and has had a serious impact on adult mental health and well-being, severe anxiety, depression and PTSD, physical symptoms and pain, sometimes linked to external factors like car accidents, and other times linked to past and ongoing trauma. And these extended waits are absolutely debilitating. The not knowing is incredibly difficult. And people do worry, and I think we all experience this as MPs. I mean, these people worry to the point of absolute obsessive hyperfixation that their existing benefits will be taken away. And this is added to by the stigma people feel for not being able to support yourself or your children, of relying on the food bank, of not being able to meet your basic needs for energy or clothes, an anxiety of being judged by those around you. So I spoke with my caseworkers in the run-up to this debate, and I really want to take a moment to appreciate our caseworkers, because I think we need to remember they are not trained as benefit advisors, counsellors or welfare specialists, but they are the ones day in, day out picking up the phones, trying to unpick what has gone wrong and providing backup to our constituents who find themselves in crisis and nowhere else to go. And that is true for all MPs' offices. One of my caseworkers told me that on the phone someone can go to being completely fine and talking about their application, their health treatment, and then next to no morning can be in floods of tears and talking about and expressing suicidal thoughts. The DWP isn't responsible for the underlying factors and histories of my constituents, let me make that clear, but the DWP is here to provide a safety net. And right now, by leaving them in limbo, everything has been made much worse. Mental health is worse, trauma responses are triggered, physical health is also worse. I'm grateful to the local agencies who are offering support, and I'd particularly like to highlight the work of Fife Women's Aid and Square Start. The former offers invaluable trauma support and counselling, whereas the latter can help with all sorts of essential life skills. And I know how many of my constituents have particularly benefited from the budgeting and help with managing their finances. I am aware that the Minister in his remarks might be minded to mention the planned long-term reforms for work capability assessments. And I would like to make a plea now for him to think very carefully about what assessments will be used for Scottish applicants and how those systems will be linked in with DWP. As he knows, we have adult disability payment under Social Security Scotland, and there are already so many problems that need fixing in how these two systems talk to each other. So my caseworkers have to be experienced in both of those systems, and at the moment, without fixing those foundations and ensuring the right conversations take place between the Scottish Government and the DWP would be unhelpful for everyone. But there is a significant cost for every person left in limbo, and there is a significant cost to us as a population and to our wider economy. I hope I have demonstrated that today. Thank you.